dear parents as well as students. Myself Kandala Sai Neeraja. I am the principal of Yug Dharma Public School. Today we are going to discuss about the 10th standard biology topic called as life process. So what do you mean by the life process? Here we are going to start with the life. What is meant by the life? The period from which the birth to the death until all the period is called as a life, and process is nothing but whatever the systems which are present in our body are going to function and maintain their jobs. So that process is called as life process. So especially in the processes we are going to include the respiratory system, the digestive system, whatnot. Every systems are included especially in the life process. So in this, the many subtopics are there. First of all, we are going to deal with the nutrition. So what do you mean by the nutrition? So intaking of the food by anybody, it's impossible. Why? Because once we are going to take the food, we require the energy. So once the food has been there and we have got the food, so after that it is going to convert itself especially into the energy. So whatever the energy derivatives are present, especially in our body as well as outside also, all these are carbon rich sources. So once we are going to speak about the carbon rich sources, so without the carbon there is no life, we can say. So from the starting, the brushing of the teeth until the sleep, we are going to depend especially on the carbon component. So the 90% of our life is including especially with the carbon. So what is meant by the nutrition? So whatever the food which we are going to take, that is going to provide us finally the energy. So nutrition we are going to have in the different types. Especially we are going to deal especially with the mainly with the two topics. One is autotrophic and another is heterotrophic. Auto. What is meant by auto? Auto means self. So trophic means level. So whatever the organisms which are going to produce on their own the food, so those are comes under the autotrophic. So in this also subdivisions are present that in the later studies we are going to deal. So what is meant by the hetero? Hetero is nothing but different. So whatever the levels, the different levels of the nourishment is going to take place, so that is called as heterotrophic nutrition. So especially in the autotrophic nutrition, we are going to speak about the plants. So plants can able to prepare their own food material and they are going to provide us even the food materials. So along with that, even some cattle especially we are going to get the milk, everything which we are going to get especially. So those also we are especially the human beings and other animals are dependent on the other resources. So the plants are the main categories which are comes under the autotrophic, and heterotrophic it includes almost all the organisms except the plants. So along with the plants also we can see that even the bacteria, algae, which the process through which they can prepare their own food material, they are going to prepare especially and they are going to provide to us. So what is the importance of the plants? So the plants are going to have the function called as especially photosynthesis. So what do you mean by the photosynthesis? Photo is nothing but light. So wherever the word, here we are going to speak about the photography. It is nothing but the light through the light which we are going to speak, and we are going to have the picture clarity or whatever the photos we are going to take, that we are going to say through the light only. So that is called as photo. Synthesis, wherever the word which we are going to speak about the synthesis is breaking down. So what is breaking down? So whatever the energy is present that we are going to get from the plants or the animals, that is going to be broke down and finally it is going to be converted into the energy. So especially in the nutrition, the 5 steps we are going to deal. So the first step in the nutrition is the first step, the nutrition especially it is going to occur not only in us, even in the single-celled organisms like amoeba. Everybody know about the amoeba. I think from your since childhood, you are all knowing about the amoeba. You know very easily the easiest diagram in the biology, especially I can say that. So it is going to consist of especially one contractile vacuole and one nucleus. And through the pseudopodia, pseudo is nothing but the false feet. Pseudopodia. Pseudo is nothing but the false, and podia is nothing but the feet. So through the false feet, it can able to grab and it can able to engulf the material and it is going to eat. So it is the smallest, I can say that the very smallest structure, and it's a single celled organism. Even though it is having the single cell, but it can perform all its functions. So in the nutrition especially, we are speaking about the single celled organisms, in that the amoeba, paramecium, euglena. So different examples we are going to speak. But here we are going to speak about the 5 steps which are involved in the nutrition. So the first step is ingestion. So what is meant by the ingestion? The food which we are going to take, so that is called as ingestion. So whatever the food it is, if it is an organism, the way of style is different. For the living organisms like human beings especially, we are going to take the food especially through the hands. But other organisms, maybe they are going to take either directly through the mouth, if the cats or otherwise the dogs, if we are going to speak. So we are going to see that they are going to cross on the road, and we are going to see that they are going to eat even the hyena. So different birds, different animals are having the different styles and the habits how they are going to eat the food. So like this here, the ingestion is nothing but how the amoeba is going to engulf that material. First it is going to move with the help of this pseudopodia, and first of all it is going to grab the organism, whatever it want to eat, so it is going to grab. So that is the first step especially in the ingestion. So after that we are going to go for the digestion. So what is this digestion? So once the food has been eaten, so after that it has to go enter into the stomach. Especially for the human beings, we are going to have lots of the process, we can say that. So once we had the food, it has to be chewed, and after that it has to go through lots of the parts, and finally it is going to enter into the stomach, where the different parts we are going to, in the later classes we are going to deal with all these things. But here especially we are speaking about the amoeba. So the digestion is going to take place. Digestion is nothing but whatever the food, the ingested material is going to be present, that is going to be digested by the presence of certain chemical enzymes. So after the digestion, we are going to go for the absorption. So what is meant by the absorption? So once the digested food is going to be present, so that food is going to be absorbed and it is going to be transferred throughout their body parts. So that is called as absorption. Assimilation is the next step. Assimilation. So once it is going to complete that process, it is going to enter into the each and every body part. Even for us also, even for walking, even for sleeping, even for talking, even for doing lots of things, even for chatting also, we require the energy. So like that, all the living organisms, either it's single cell or multi-cell, whatever the organism it is, it requires especially the energy. The energy derivative is nothing but once the absorption is going to take place, after that assimilation means how the energy is going to be transferred into all the parts is going to take place, and finally it has to come out. So whatever the food we had, so finally it is going to come out after having all these process. This whatever the leftover material is going to be present, that has to come out. So that portion is called as addition.